Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. I gotta keep it really low. Well, I'm trying to because my son is asleep and I'm pretty sure he's about to wake up. He'll start crying. Let me move over here. Anyways, yesterday what happened was like really scary and a lot. I went to Burlington again, just walked around to get my mind out of the shelter and my depression out of here. And I bought this book. It was like $2. They didn't even have a price. They just scanned something else, so that was $2. Like a razor, this cheap ass razor, they scanned that and gave me the razor price for the book. And I was like, thank God, fucking save me money, because I thought that bitch was like $8 because it was mad thick and it was so beautiful. I'll show y'all it. Just give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm back, bitches. Okay, I'm back, bitches. This is it. It's called A Journey Within. But it's like, I love how this galaxy hippie style. I like books like that. And it explains what this book is, what to do with it, how to deal with. And it says, an instructive activity journal to help you get to know yourself better. And I think I really need that because, excuse me, I say I know myself better, but I feel like I lost myself within, like, I feel like I lost myself when I became pregnant. Just my whole world changing every day, and now it's changed a whole lot and completely, and it's just really difficult and hard for me to move along. And especially being pregnant right now again, it's just a lot to deal with. And this is my outlet to talk to y'all, so I really appreciate and really like thankfully have this outlet of having a phone. I'm grateful for that, and having to be able to like talk to y'all and get y'all's feedback on things like that of my situation. But I went to Burlington. I bought this book and some Q-tips because I needed them. They're really cute. They're like black tips. Like, they're Q-tips, but they have, like, instead of the white part, the fuzzy cotton part, is instead of being it white, it's black. And then that's how it looks the first page going in. It's so cool. You know, it's like when you, like, I don't know, I just really like high, I said high stuff because, you know, hippie stuff, like, usually when you get high, you see all this type of stuff when people get high. But, well, like the females, I guess you could say. I don't know, just like the hippies. But I don't get high, but I do love galaxy stuff. I don't know, I really like colorful things. But the first thing says, describe the road you're currently traveling and how the quote on this page speaks to you and present your situation. So describe the road you're currently traveling is what you do right here. And that's what I did. And then right here is the quote. And then on the, like, you find some more space in there to write how the quote impacts you and changes you and feels like how you feel for it. The quote says, it's your road and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. So it's your road and your road alone. Others may walk it for you or with you, but no one can walk it for you. So I feel like you're the one who makes decisions. No matter who comes in and out of your life, they can't change your destination or what you have set as a goal and what your life decisions are. They can't change that because you know what's best for you. And I feel like things may get stop, like on your road. You may have bumps, stops, and all that stuff getting in the way, but you gotta find a way to get past it. or get around it or get over it. And I wrote, I'm living in New York. Let me see, but maybe I wrote like a little bit sadness, I'm not sure. But I'm living in New York, Queens, trying to get out of this shelter. It's taken over my mind, making me lose myself slowly. It's very depressing and stressful. The plan was moving in together, and it still hasn't happened. I feel mentally trapped here. I feel so stuck, and I break down every other week on how everything gets to me. My relationship with my babies, dad, my mentality on taking care of everything here by myself with no help, it's slowly just killing me. But the love I have for my child is the only reason to keep me alive and civilized. It may be my road, but there's so many stop signs and bumps and holes wanting to stop me or interfere with me and my choices and my responsibilities. Sometimes I understand, maybe it's said, sometimes I understand. Maybe something is said, change, choice, or decision, but I don't let anyone change my choices because they are important to me, and especially I think for my child's safety and how it impacts them. And then on the other side, I didn't have to write this, but this is how I feel about it. My main goal is to go to school, graduate, and have a platform and a degree to have something for my babies so they have a full stomach and clothes on their back. My babies are my main priority and my only love and my main focus. God bless, amen. And it has just like the little questions on top. Like here's another one. Have you found your gift? If so, what is it? How do you plan on giving it away to the world? And then the quote will say, the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. So it's two different, like, it's the same thing, but it's like different. But yeah, and then the other one's like, every page has it, and I feel really like that's really cool because like not only like do I like writing, I like writing, I just have nothing to like question me what to write about, and I feel like this is really something I want to take advantage of and actually like put my mind to doing it every day. I mean, I may not have much to, I don't see a therapist, I don't see anybody in a mental hospital, I don't see a fucking social worker. They've came to me before and offered their services, but I denied them because I want to handle this depression and this road. I want to handle it alone. I want to get through it alone, even though it's very hard and very sad and difficult. I just want to get through it alone because I know it's possible. I don't know how long it's going to take because it's my first time having to experience it with children, as in my baby right now and then the baby inside of me. And it's a lot to take in every day, waking up. I have really, really, really bad anxiety, really bad claustrophobia, and I found that out yesterday. And I just feel like this book is really something I'm going to look forward to and love doing. It gives me something to at least take my mind off the world and everything for 5 minutes and just focus on myself and what I'm really about and what I can do. So yesterday after going to Burlington, came back to the shelter, and we came back to the shelter and we were just relaxing. My baby father was gonna come over here and drop off some shirts, and he was in Harlem, and he ended up getting assaulted because he lives in a shelter too, and he ended up getting assaulted by somebody that was there, some old guy, and he was like really older, and he kept on bothering him, and this is the story obviously that I was told. So he kept on bothering him. He didn't let him leave. He just kept on questioning him. Why is he there? Why is he there? Does he live there? Of course he lives there. It's a shelter. Where else is he gonna be? So he ended up getting assaulted. He had a crack on his forehead, and it was like bleeding all over, and then he had this swollen, and then I think this was swollen too. Like these two, like his bones were really swollen, and then this was like really cracked, like gushing blood. And he called me over the phone, and I see that, and I just freaked out, and the moment I was freaking out over the phone, I left my eyesight off the baby, and then the baby ended up getting hurt. Then the baby ended up getting hurt. Like, he fell towards the playpen, and then like the playpen was pushed over as soon as he fell off the bed. Like, he was like right close to me. I don't see how I didn't feel him fall. So he ended up falling off the bed, and he hurt his head. I wouldn't say hurt his head, but he did fall on his head. And I was right there, and the only thing I could catch like on time was the body. When he was like flipped around, his head was facing the ground, and I caught like half of him, but still his weight went onto his neck and his on his head. But he's about to be 8 months. He's really healthy. He's 20 pounds, and he's like just really fed and healthy and thick, thank God, because I took him to the ER, and I was like, fuck this, I'm just gonna have him checked out. Because even though I picked him up and he was like, he stopped crying. I picked him up and he stopped crying. He was crying because he was scared from the fall, and it was like maybe not even 2 feet off the floor, because our bed is really close to the ground. So he fell from there, and I was relaxing with him, but I like moved off the bed really quick, and I was on the bed like just my elbows and my top body, like right here, because I was on the phone like looking at what was happening with him. And as soon as we hung up, then I seen this one falling, and I was just like, oh my God, like everything's fucking happening at once. And I started fucking panicking, breathing really hard, and then took him to the emergency room, and went to go see his dad, and went to go put him in there. And the doctor said he checked his strength, like he checked his strength to see how it is. It's like, your baby's really strong, and he's okay. He's smiling, he's acting normal. He's like, there's nothing wrong with him. They checked his head, checked his bones, everything. They didn't do an x-ray because they're saying something about the radiation that they don't want it to they want to prevent from doing that if he's okay. They're like, he's perfectly fine, he just had a fall. And yeah, they checked him, they said he's perfectly fine, and he was smiling the whole time. And he smiled after I picked him up. I took him to the restroom to see better lighting on his head, to make sure there wasn't any bumps or anything like that, and there wasn't any, so thank God. And what's it called, he was smiling this whole time, and I'm just like, okay, I'm still gonna take him, because I was still scared. And I took him, and they checked him, everything was fine, perfectly. The doctor let me out of there within 5 minutes. Like, he checked everything, and checked the bones, checked his strength, his legs, everything, and he was like, your baby's perfect, like, he's fine. And I'm just like, okay, well, I just want to like be precautious, because like, this is my son. I don't ever know what could be happening. He's like, did he vomit, diarrhea? Did he cry really in a high pitched? I'm like, no, he didn't do any of that. And he still didn't do it hours after. Still hasn't done it. So thank God. And I learned my lesson, because he's never going on the bed again, unless it's like a really big queen bed or something like that. But other than that, he's gonna be in the playpen, because I can't risk that. Like, that's my baby. And that panicked me. And then obviously his dad was in there too, and his dad was getting stitched up, or glued up. I think it was glue that they put. And on the bus on my way over there to the ER, everything started closing in on the bus, and I started panicking and breathing in and out. I'm like, okay, don't fucking freak out here, please keep it together. I started taking deep breaths in and out really fast. I was like and I was about to get off and like get some cold air to hit me, but I had the baby, so I didn't want him to get sick. And I just really panicked, and I was like, okay, maybe this is just like a little panic attack. It wasn't no panic attack. So I got off, went to the emergency room. That happened, and then we left, and it was raining and cold, and we had to go like maybe like 5 minutes walking towards the train in the rain. But thank God, like, the baby was covered. He's the main focus on, like, my main priority, so I always have him covered up. I don't care if I don't even have my jacket on to cover him. Like, nothing, I'm not gonna let him get sick. So went on the train station, and we went to Dunkin' Donuts after, got some hot chocolate because it was mad cold, and we went our separate ways. And I got back to the shelter, and I went to the, hold on just a second, to the, I went to get on the elevator. I asked for my card, and I went for the elevator. I went to the elevator, and the first time I went on the elevator, not like my first time, but the first time I went on there, I pushed the button to 2, because that's my second floor, or that's my floor, second floor. And I pushed the button to 2, and it got stuck. And I started knocking on it, the elevator, somebody to help me. And I was panicking really bad, so I was like, what the fuck do I do? So, hold on. So I panicked really bad, and I pushed number 1, and it went back down, and it opened. So I was like, okay, thank God. So I went to go tell the guy on the desk and the couple people that were there, because there's security downstairs and a female that was behind the desk. So I asked him, hey, can one of y'all guys come up with me to the second floor so y'all could open the elevator, because I need to get out and I'm too scared. So I should have just took the fucking stairs. It's just one, or it's just 2 flights going up. 1 flight, actually, 1.5. And so I trusted him, and I was like, he's like, oh, come on, well, I'll get it to work. And I'm like, okay. So I went in, and it got stuck again on the second floor. And this fat, let me not curse at this nigga, because supposedly he was trying to help, but he was a fat guy, and he kept on pushing the door with his weight and like moving it, and it was just him and me. And I told him, sir, I'm claustrophobic. You need to get me out of here. I never knew what claustrophobic really was, but at that moment, that's the word that came to my head. Everything of the walls were closing in. It was going like in layers. It was like the layers in the elevator were closing in. Not layers, but the walls, and it felt like layers. It was like getting closer to me, and my breathing was like going like. So I was like fucking panicking. I was like, sir, you gotta get me the fuck out of here, please. I'm not even exaggerating. I was crying to this guy. And then when I started breathing hard in and out, I dropped to the floor on my knees, and I had the baby on my strap, the strap that goes on your body, and I just had him on my chest. And he's knocked out, so he doesn't know what's going on. And I'm panicking. I'm like, please. And I started crying. I'm like, please get me out of here, please. I can't breathe. I need to get out. And he kept on asking me questions about, oh, where'd I go? What was I doing, trying to distract me? And it wasn't working. I'm like, sir, you gotta get me out. You have to get me out, please. And I start crying, and my breathing gets worse and worse. And I put on music. I'm like, okay, calm down, just listen to music. You're gonna be okay. We're about to get out. And then every floor we hit, it kept on getting stuck. We were on the fucking floors. Each floor, there's 3 floors here, including the basement. That makes 4. So he kept on hitting each floor and closing the door to like make it work, because it wasn't opening all the way. Like this much it opened. The fuck, I'm gonna slide out of that. And we kept on getting stuck on every floor. And then the people on the first floor were like, one of the guys was like trying to just move it open. I'm like, don't try to move it don't try to move it open, fucking open it. I'm crying, I'm on the floor, I'm fucking about to pass out. So that's happening, and I'm like turning pale, and I'm like, sir, you gotta get me the fuck out of here, please. Can we call the cops or something? Exactly how I'm saying it is exactly how it happened. And I'm crying. I'm telling him, like, please get me the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And I thought it was like a fucking, like a damn nightmare. I don't know what the fuck. Like, everything was happening so quick. The walls were closing in so fast on me. My breathing started going like fucking, like I was getting like, everything was tightening up. I couldn't breathe. Sorry, but I got a phone call. But back to my story. I was in that fucking elevator, claustrophobic, very bad, severely bad. And I was just on my knees on the elevator, threw everything on the floor, my backpack, my baby's covers, everything. I was panicking so bad. I thought I was telling him, please call the ambulance, call the police. I need to get out of here ASAP. Like, I'm fucking turning pale. I'm going crazy. Like, I need to get out. These walls are closing in. Like, I felt like the walls were just like... So we get to the first floor, and I'm crying and crying, and he fucking puts all his weight to it, and he just slams it and slams it and slams it, and it finally opens, and he's like this, like, here, go first. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm out there, and then we got the girl standing here, the 2 security guards, or 3 security guards, the guy is standing there. I'm like, I come out crying. I'm like, why the fuck did y'all not help us, assholes? Swear to God, I said it like that. I was like, why the fuck y'all not help us, assholes? I'm fucking claustrophobic. I'm about to pass out in there. And they're like, we're sorry, we didn't know, da 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 da. Fuck you mean you don't know? We're over here fucking hitting every floor, and you're telling me that you didn't know? I'm fucking about to pass out. Y'all would have to be calling the EMT over here. What the fuck's wrong with y'all? What kind of animals are y'all? I'm with my baby on my chest. I'm pregnant. And I'm over here fucking claustrophobic, and y'all aren't doing shit except sitting y'all's fat asses on the fucking phone and over there doing nothing. Like, Jesus, it's fucking disgusting. Like, I could have lost my fucking breath in that bitch, and these motherfuckers aren't helping me. I was crying the whole way up. Got to my room, walking up the stairs after fucking 80 trips on that goddamn elevator of not opening. I was just thankful. I was like, fuck that. After that, I got in the room, and I told myself, yo, I'm never getting on a fucking elevator again. I don't know if I'll be able to, honestly. That shit is very scary and terrifying for me, because if it happens again, all I picture is the layers of the fucking elevator wall closing in on me, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do if it happens again? I know how the first episode happened, and I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna keep happening now. That's like the fear I have now. And I'm like over here thinking of ways how to get the stroller down. Like, maybe I put the stroller in there, and then I took the stairs, and I just tell somebody who's in the elevator to push out my stroller on the first floor, and take the stairs with my baby in my hand. And that's how I really think I'm going to do it, because I don't want to take the risk of being stuck in an elevator ever again. Like, out of the top things that ever scared me in my life, this has been the #1 freak out I've ever had, is being trapped in an elevator. That, you know, I've been to juvenile detention center for, like, just missing school, and not even the cell was that scary. Like, the cell wasn't even scary. And I was in there for a while, so it wasn't that scary at all. Like, it wasn't a trapped in area. They had a window. They had, like, noises. You could talk to people. This was airtight, closed in elevator, mad small. It's like, it's wide as my, like, maybe a little bit wider than my arms, but to have that happen to me, and nobody's helping us get out, and, like, the first time, I would have never known I was claustrophobic if that didn't happen. I just thought my panic attacks were just panic attacks. I didn't think it was anxiety attacks. And I thought well, that's never happened to me in an elevator situation like that. It was the first time in my life, and I fucking almost died in that elevator. Like, I was really losing my breath. I was losing my oxygen, losing my head started getting lightheaded and dizzy. I was like, oh my God, please send me a fucking savior. I was about to get my child's water bottle and just pour that shit all over my head to, like, wake me up or, like, get me out of the moment. Fucking white walls were just going into my mind. I'm just like, oh my God, sir, you gotta get me the fuck out of here. So I got up here, called my baby father, tell him what happened. I called my sister, told her what happened. Everything is just really, like, so much happened yesterday. It fucking just killed me, literally. So overwhelmed with everything, and especially being pregnant and being fucking claustrophobic and having these anxiety attacks. Like, I don't want to be on meds. I don't want to be seeing for fucking professional help. I want to be my own help. I want to be able to get out of it by myself. Anyways, guys, that's my story. Thanks for tuning in. And tell me your thoughts about if it's ever happened to you, if anybody else, you know, is like this, or if you're like this, and how do y'all deal with it? How do y'all look past it? What's the cure for it? Or just give me y'all's input and let me know what y'all think about this video. So thanks for watching and have a good day.